Welcome to my screencast. The title is Crowdfunding Screencast. Introduction to crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is a new emergent model of entrepreneurship that developed out of the tradition of crowdsourcing or drawing on the expertise and contribution of a large group of people to complete a task. The idea of crowdfunding then extends this notion to investing. In a crowdfunding approach, instead of looking for traditional investors, the entrepreneur turns to the public at large. Through the cumulative benefit of many small contributions from individuals who feel that an idea is worth pursuing, crowdfunding allows an entrepreneur to potentially avoid being beholden to large stakeholders and corporate whims, instead more directly serving the needs and interests of the public at large. While this sounds ideal, it isn't a simple process, and gaining the necessary support and momentum is easier said than done. After all, it takes thousands of supporters with small contributions to generate the kind of capital that even one large investor could provide. This video provides an overview of some key aspects of crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is an increasingly prominent force in the world of entrepreneurship, but it's also for many a world apart from traditional investment and requires a significantly different approach. No longer are you trying to appeal to corporate investors primarily interested in the kind of fiscal return they'll get. Instead, you're asking the general public to invest in your venture. So perhaps general sales expertise is what you need. Maybe, but crowdfunding isn't just selling either, because in most cases you don't have your actual product yet, so you don't just need to convince people they want to buy your product. You need to convince them that your product is valuable enough for them to support its creation. Oh, and on top of that, you need them to trust you to actually do it once you have their money. Thus, it's important to understand what makes crowdfunding tick to understand whether or not you should consider it for your project. Crowdfunding models. Crowdfunding is primarily done through the internet using certain technical platforms designed explicitly for this purpose. Through the internet, it's possible to interact with a huge number of diverse people and draw together like-minded supporters from a massive geographic region. The internet also offers significant advantages to advertising through venues such as social media. This has given rise to a variety of technical platforms and models in crowdfunding. Model 1. One-time pledge. The traditional, a word I use lightly considering the newness of crowdfunding as a whole, approach to crowdfunding uses a one-time rewards-based payment model. Under this model, a creator establishes the nature and scope of the project, sets goals, and collects a one-time payment from supporters. Goals represent the amounts of money the campaign seeks to achieve, and different goals are often tied to various aspects of the resulting product. For example, a creator might set a goal of $10,000 to create the product, but add additional features if the campaign raises $15,000 to $20,000, etc. Many crowdfunding projects also offer their supporters a reward based on the amount pledged to the project. For example, those pledging at least $10 might receive a copy of the product, those pledging $20 might, if appropriate, receive a signed copy of the product, and those pledging much higher might receive more extensive rewards, such as the opportunity to be involved in some aspect of the product's design. This can be a very powerful model for developing a single discrete project and has been successful and that has seen successful supplication in many fields. Model 2, recurring pledge. Another crowdfunding model involves recurring pledges which may be made on a per-time or per-creation basis. This model, which was developed to support entrepreneurship in the creative arts, is generally for creators who continually produce content or products as opposed to trying to create a single large project. Some common applications of this model include video content for platforms like YouTube or artistic work. This model uses a similar notion of goals and rewards to that of the first model, except that both goals and rewards tend to be recurring. Thus, a goal might be to create an extra video per month if the creator reaches a total pledge count of $500 per month.